Hello everybody, welcome back to Landric Plays, and today I am playing some more Banished, and it has been a long time since I played any Banished, so I have no idea what we were actually doing, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. Speaking of which, sorry the sound in the last couple of episodes was a little bit wonky. Hopefully this episode will be a little bit better. I've tweaked some of the microphone settings. Oh no, it started raining. Yeah, our town seems to be ticking along quite nicely. So I know recently we had quite a lot of food shortages, so if we have a look at our town centre, well, it's still lower than it used to be, and we're still getting that sort of yearly cycle of up, down, sort of every spring and winter, but it does look that it has stabilised a little bit at least. Well, I think we still want to maybe throw down a few more farms before we start expanding a lot. We definitely have a couple of good locations where we could start expanding, but it'd be nice to have a little bit more food security before we worry about that. Oh, hello, who's this? We've got a trader who's bringing sheep and chickens, both of which I already have, but, you know, nice of you to visit. And we have plenty of labourers still kicking around. In fact, we've got 6 builders and nothing for them to build, so let's sort that out. Let's give them some more stuff. We can't put a farm here, can we? Because there's that slight hill in the way. Can we fit one here? No. So I guess we sort of snake the farms just up this way. We have a little patchwork quilt going up there. Yeah, that'll do. So let's first build a road. We'll just run this right the way up here. And that can just keep going, in fact. We'll put one here. And then we'll just dot some more farms up sort of around the outskirts of this town. So an 11 by 11 one there, leave a space for a road, and then another 11 by 11 one here. 11, there we go. I'm not sure what we'll put there yet, so we're not gonna have a super amount of crop diversity going, but it'll be fine. We'll get some more traders, we'll get some more different and exciting crops. And you know what, because I've got so many labourers kicking around, I'm actually going to increase my farm account for no reason, just so they're already there before I forget. How are our chickens getting along? They sound happy? Oops, 32 of 30 chickens, that means somebody's getting a delicious roast chicken dinner tonight. Speaking of which, I guess we could expand our livestock down here as well. Let's see, put a livestock pen or pasture. So we have 15 by 19 is sort of the biggest one we can get there. We could get a 20 by 11 one here, so we could put some chickens in this one, and then scoot over to this side and do some more that way. Maybe that's what we need to do. Yeah, we could do 20 by 10, have that come around, and put some chickens in there. Yeah, let's do that. Build a road around it. Technically can't have one on that square, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And then where else are we going to put the rest? We could run some chicken farms down here, I guess. I think this might be Chicken Island, just because we can't quite put down any nice big pens. So we might have to move those elsewhere. How are all these places getting on? Blacksmith, we're pretty much full up on tools, almost full up on clothes as well, more or less. So yeah, we can definitely afford to expand in terms of resources. It's just the food that's worrying me a little bit. Maybe we should put down some more fishing. What other food areas can we put down? We already have like the 4 like forestry settlements here, and here. I mean, there's this massive Great Lake here. Maybe we can put some fishing spots around that. Because we're going to be building down this way anyway, probably some orchards or so. So maybe we can put one here. One here. And one here, why not? In fact, I'll put it a bit closer this way, so it's near that bridge. And we'll connect those up with a little road. Then we'll just bring these roads down as well to meet them. And I might make them, what's the word, cobblestone roads soon enough, just so that if you're walking all the way from up there to down there, it doesn't take quite so long. That one. And this one as well for good measure. Ooh. I feel like we put in some corners there where we didn't need to. Let's just correct that one. Roads, there we go. There, much better. So they're going to have a very, very long walk to the storage, so I might put down a storage barn as well. Stockpile, market, storage barn, there we go. Can I squeeze it in just here? Not really. Alright, that's fine, it can go the other side. In fact, if I put it there... Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, that'll do nicely. I guess we might as well add the little sort of roads at either side. So some there, there we go. And that's up our builder count now that we have some actual building projects. Food seems to be increasing nicely. There's one farm up and ready. Should we make this one, what's this one? Peppers. And this one's corn, so we'll make this one wheat. Yeah, let's make it wheat. We can actually drop that down to one farmers, I think, because it's 11 by 11. Oh, 2 maybe. 2 of 2, 2 of 2, 2 of 2. Okay, maybe we do need 2 people working it. We've got another trader coming along. We'll drop that down to 2 as well, and in here we'll put squash. Sounds nice. So we'll pop another 2 farmers over there. That's right, I think technically you can get 1 of 1, or rather 1 farmer for each of these little ones, but we found that you kind of do need 2 just to get the last couple of bits. Ooh. Potatoes. Do we have potato seeds or peach seeds? Let's check the town hall. Peach, pear and pecan, but no potato. And what was the other one? Was it peach? Because we have peach. So we have peaches, but no potatoes. Let's get that. Trade all the firewood, because firewood's easy to come by. And that's basically us all sorted, so... Do we want to get rid of coats or tools? We can probably just get rid of 5 coats, and then, yeah, there we go, all done. So it is autumn, maybe I shouldn't have traded away all that firewood, but it'll be fine. So, okay, let's actually swap this wheat field over to a potato field, and so we've got wheat, cabbage, cabbage. Let's change this cabbage field over to a potato field as well. And then down here we've got walnuts, pears, pecans, and peaches. So I could double these up and change them over, but the thing is, orchards take so long to grow that it's not exactly trivial to just swap them out for another crop. So I might just wait until we get actual seeds for planting those. Oops, started to snow. We still got plenty of food in the bank though, and plenty of firewood as well. Though I'm going to drop the limit on the trading post. Here we go, inventory, firewood. And I'm going to limit that to 400, just so they don't start grabbing everybody's firewood just to put in the trade depot over winter, because that would be a bit silly. What else do we need? I think we just need more food, and then we need to expand. So the question is, where do we want to expand to first? So we could go down here, though that one, there's not really a whole lot of space there. I think that was mostly there so I had an excuse to be able to do this giant bridge. So we could expand this town that sort of already exists, but I think I quite like the idea of putting down a bit of a new one. Maybe up here? Sort of clear some of this, just put down some houses. Which would probably help actually a little bit getting workers to these different communities here, because they have a couple of houses in each, but not necessarily enough to supply the whole area with workers. What about up here? I mean, we've not really done anything at all with up here. We've not planned anything out at all. Or we could go here, but I think this is probably the most sensible place to go. So what do we want to do with this area? Maybe I do the same thing as down there, so we have sort of those 4 like forestry communities up here, sort of almost self-sufficient. I don't know if we can squeeze one in there, but definitely here, here and here would be a good place. Could even put some fishing spots on these lakes. Because as we need more and more houses and other buildings and stuff, we'll need more and more wood to keep it supplied, so it makes sense to have those. Not that we're short right now, and probably won't be short for a long time, because these 4 little spots are going to give us basically all the wood we need. What we are going to need is stone and iron, even though we're at our limit for both of those right now. Yeah, I think we're actually quite content to just sort of leave everything ticking along right now. I wonder, let's see if we can fit another quarry spot in here just for future proofing. Quarry. Looks like we might not be able to, so we might have to start another sort of quarry zone. We could make this area the sort of our quarry area as well, instead of livestock area. So if we could just tuck one in there, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's a good spot. It's quite central, so hopefully, so we'll pop that there, and then we'll pop a stockpile right next to it. And we'll basically make it as big a stockpile as we can, because there's not really a lot else we can do with the space. In fact, that's too large, so 10 by 10 I think is the biggest we can have. So yeah, just put 10 by 10. Just like that. And is there space for a road between the 2? There is not. Good. It does feel all sort of very cold and dreary here. How's our church? We've got nearly 200 people in our church. Did we... Oh, we built another one down here as well. Excellent. How about schools? How are we doing on schools? So this one's got 14 students. This one I imagine is a bit more full. No, it's actually only got 11. So maybe we don't need to worry about that too much yet, but then again, we might as well future-proof it while we have the resources and the people. So it's early spring and our food is more or less the same as it was at the end of winter, which is a good sign, I think. Graphs. Wow, look at that jump. Suddenly we're producing food again. Okay, so I've done that thing again where I've overkilled it with food production, because I don't think any of these farms actually contributed to that. Which means I think it's time to start expanding again. So do we go here, or do we go up here? Now, as we're going to sort of keep building farms up this way, and possibly go for those forestry communities, I think it makes sense to go in this direction. So we'll unpause this as well. We'll tax our builders even more. Not in terms of money, but in terms of effort. And we'll pop down some more roads as well. This way as well for good measure. And along this way as well, because why not? Just gives us some sort of idea of where we're going to put things later on. And while they're doing that, just because we can probably afford to, I'm going to tuck some more houses down and around here. So you can go there, go there, go there, and can I fit you in there? Yes, just. There we go. Nice little square of 4 houses. So queuing up all of these buildings in one go is probably going to make our builders sort of spread their efforts all over the place, but that's fine. We're not in a rush. Everything can just sort of nicely tick along as it's going. There we go. Look at all those farms sort of patchworked out nicely. Oop, got another trader. You're offering us wheat seeds, potato seeds, which we have, peach seeds, which we also have, cabbage seeds, which we have. Do we have? So apple, pumpkin, and cherry. Let's have a look at our town centre. Because I don't think we have any of those. Apple, pumpkin, or cherry. No. Okay, which means basically we're going to try and take all of this. Let's go with the apple seeds first, and pumpkin seeds second. So how much of this can we get without altering our trading depot setup? Because I'm willing to bet a fair amount. Alright, let's just put in everything and see what the maximum we can get is. So we're just shy of getting everything, so we're 884 units short. So I'll get the first two first. And that way, how many is that going to be? 100? No, way less than that. So we need a little bit more. We're going to try and get it as exactly as we can. So we're going to be overpaying by 8. By 4 rather. But that means we can trade those, so we'll get the seeds and the pumpkin seed, the apple seeds and the pumpkin seeds. Oh, bean seeds as well, I didn't even see those. Because what we don't want is the trader to leave while we're shuffling all of this stuff over so we can afford more stuff. Do we have beans? I don't know if we do. We certainly don't have apples or pumpkins, so let's grab those and then we'll try and ferry some more stuff across in the meantime. How many... So we've got plenty of spare tools. How many spare coats have we got? Warm coats. Yeah, we've got enough to move across. Firewood, probably not. In fact, we can probably even up this. So I'll ask for 600 firewood. Definitely don't have enough herbs, but that's okay. How much ale? No ale. Is there anything else we can move across? I suppose we can always request as many hide coats as possible, because we're going to try and get our people all wearing warm coats anyway, so the fewer people going around with hide coats the better. Is there anything else sort of worthwhile that we can trade here? No, I think we're just going to try our luck. Before I forget, let's swap over one of these. Actually, we'll wait until winter before we try and swapping over any crops. But I'll just queue up another orchard and we'll pop that just here. So what's this? About 14 by 14? Really? 14 by 14? That doesn't seem very... Yeah, 15 by 15 sounds better. Is this one... Ah, that one's... that's 15 by 15 too. Oh no, that's right, because it gets cut off by this little bit of coast, I think. Alright, we'll go for 15 by 15, I think. Just one last check. Yeah, 15 by 15 sounds good. So, put that there. 15 by 15, lovely. Get some apples growing. As for you, can we afford anything yet? So if we put these all to full. And then, we've got no hide coats yet. Yes, we can, so what was the other one I wanted? Beans and cherries, I think. So let's get some bean seeds. So we don't want to overpay until we can... We don't really want to pay until we can get both of these, but again, I don't want them to leave, so I'm going to just pause it and we'll see if we can tally these up so we get the proper amount. I'll try and pay in firewood as much as I can, just because firewood's easy to come by. So I'll drop the tool cost down to 60. Okay, let's drop the tool cost down to 0. And then I guess the coats, because the warm coats are actually super valuable, aren't they? Let's try it. 44. Nope. 22. Getting there. Oh, there we go, we can get by with just 2 warm coats, and then we're still overpaying slightly, so let's drop that. So we give him 1 less log of firewood, and we can exactly afford those bean seeds. Trade, we won't dismiss yet, because we'll just see if we can get enough for the cherry seeds as well. Nice. So you're actually harvesting these cabbages as well, which is great. So we've got squash, squash, potato, wheat. So we'll probably change over one of these wheat fields. This one, I guess, because it's getting harvested the fastest. And actually, I think we can, yeah, we're repeating something, aren't we? Oh, that's right, we've got pumpkins as well, so we can swap those out. So we've got a squash field here and a squash field here. Let's replace this one with pumpkins. Pumpkins are a kind of squash, aren't they? Oh. So they're harvesting this one anyway, so it doesn't matter that we've flipped that one over. The trader left, so we don't get the cherry seeds, but still, we've got three new different types of crop out of that, which I'm pretty happy with. So let's see how our food is. How our food's going this year. If we have a look at it. Yeah, we overkilled it again. So hopefully we've got to now learn not to expand too fast and then suddenly decimate all of our food supplies. But you know, that's probably what's going to happen. So we've got this chicken pen as well, which I think we don't need 2 people working. We can get by with 1. We'll move a labourer over to the chicken pasture. And then we'll split this chicken pasture, so we now have 2 fields of 17 chickens. Lovely. All of these houses are nearly coming along, so we can probably afford to move over some of these labourers. Especially as... oh no, we dropped below our stone limit because we've done all that building, so that's fine. But we've still got more than enough labourers to not only, you know, labour, but also to move stuff over or take up other people's jobs if something happens to them. That said, we do need a couple of more fishermen, so let's bring this down to 18. That seems like a good number. We'll put that up to 15, I guess. Gosh, we really did add quite a lot of fishermen, but that's fine. Once everything's gotten built, then we can lower our builders back again. And because we have more food, we can afford more houses, and because we've got more houses, we can afford to get people to do more stuff, which is good. And with that, I think we're going to end the episode here, so I've more or less caught up on where we were. I hope you have too. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.